Yeah, this is really good here. C's actually moving some vultures through the top lane also, and he's using the map quite well here. But that one photon cannon, like I said, proving critical in defending against those incoming vultures. Looks like they may take down this Nexus, or at least force it to be cancelled here at the bottom lane. So C using his vultures excellently again, I think. But looks like the Dragoons do come there in time to defend against these Vultures. So Vulture is not being successful, though, at this time in doing some real damage against Free. And Free actually, yeah, sending him with that Photon Cannon and making a pylon wall there. So he's going to be able to defend against Vulture harassment at the top expansion. And I have a feeling he's probably going to do the same on the bottom expansion, too. Just to seal against what he's seen so far, the excellent Vulture micro. Looks like he is getting a photon cannon in the middle too, so this time he's being really careful. Looks like he's got about 8 or 9 gateways going up, and so far just producing mass dragoons to deal with this tank and Vulture force here. We'll see if he switches to perhaps some DT or to High Templar also to supplement his force. Vulture's just mining the bottom mineral line there, and just trying to get a spot on all these units. Looks like a bunch of Dragoons are in the middle. Let's see if he decides to go down for an attack here in the middle lane. And looks like, wow, C actually getting his macro up too. It looks like he's going to have about 9 factories now. Yeah, 9 factories. So both players just playing really macro intensive so far. Getting a lot of, just going to be able to produce a lot of units on his map. And we'll see if either player goes for a divergent air tech here. Neither player going for air yet, but we could see air from either player, I think. I think Free is probably more likely to go air, either through shuttles or carriers or arbiters or something. Free C so far has not shown a propensity for going for dropships or anything big air or anything like that. So he's just sticking to his ground forces. And yes, Free is getting his Stargates up actually. So Free probably going to go for carriers, given that he brought 2 Stargates up. He will have the resources to do so off of 4 bases. And a bunch of vultures coming here. We'll see when C spots it. I'm sure C will spot it, and what he decides to do about it. It looks like a bunch of vultures meeting those dragoons there, forcing the dragoons to retreat a little bit. And let's see if they manage to place some mines there and chase off those dragoons. Looks like they haven't placed mines, so those dragoons are able to kill a lot of those vultures there. And the one photon cannon against preventing Free from getting in that base. And it looks like a shuttle is up. I didn't see that shuttle before. And that shuttle has drops a Zealot and drops 2 High Templar, so he's going for a High Templar storm here. We haven't seen that from Free, and this is wildly successful here, taking out about a dozen SCVs there. And looks like, oh, the shuttle almost going down there, but the shuttle staying alive with a bunch of High Templar in there. And this time, C doesn't have any Goliaths to help with defending against these drops, and he probably will produce some Goliaths now, seeing that the first shuttle is out. And that was a really good strategy there. Of course, that's an alternative to a Reaver drop, is going for those High Templar drops. And looks like 3 Stargates and a Fleet Beacon going up. So Free's going to switch to carriers now. And I don't know if C spotted or not what's triggering this attack here, but he's deciding to push in here with a lot of tanks and vultures down the southern lane. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to push in quite successfully, though. Unless Free brings everything. He is bringing everything to this lane. I think he spotted it with an observer. So a big battle is going to occur here. I think that wall might prove detrimental to Free, though, because his units are unable to go in mass. They're able to just move one by one through that wall. And that wall might be proving to be really dangerous for him. But looks like he did manage to get his army through that wall in time, though. C not catching them off guard. And big battle happening here. High Templar in the mix being dropped and storming those tanks. Good storms on those tanks. And that might prove critical to this. Yeah, wow. Looks like the Dragoons are going to prevail here with the help of those tanks. But more reinforcements coming up for C here. Still a close battle, I think. 3 Goliaths and 4 tanks versus about 8 or 9 Dragoons. And it's a sort of micro battle. Both sides moving backwards here. Looks like C probably took a little bit of advantage, actually, but Free's moving up now with more forces. Looks like an Archon coming from those High Templar, and he might be able to take down these tanks here. I'm not sure. It's such a close battle. Both sides have lost most of their armies now. Looks like C with a little bit of an advantage here, but his forces are depleted. Both sides, though, able to produce a ton of forces, though, with a lot of production buildings. So we'll see whose macros is better here and who's able to push in more units at once. Because that will prove critical here in this battle, and I think that C really needs to prevail in this battle and do some damage, or else Free, with his resource advantage and his tech advantage, is going to be able to defeat C now. Vulture's picking off that Archon there, and now another attack going in for both players. Looks like Free's advancing towards C again, and he's got a great angle on those Dragoons. I think he's going to take down all the tanks here and stop this attack cold. Yeah, he is going to take down all the tanks. So C actually being defeated here. 2 more tanks behind. I keep not seeing these reinforcements, but they're coming in piecemeal here as both players are desperately trying to get more forces in. More tanks and Goliaths moving in here. So again, a stalemate actually. Both players taking out a lot of units, but now the carriers are out. The carriers are out for free, and they're probably filling up with interceptors as they move in. And this is going to be really difficult for C to deal with because of how spread out this map is and how hard it is to get Goliaths around. And carriers are just such a great option for Protoss. I do actually think this map is statistically imbalanced towards Protoss in the Protoss versus Terran matchup, actually, because of how easy it is to use carriers on the ridges and just attack multiple expansions at once. It's really hard for a Terran to defend against this. Maybe going Wraiths would be a possibility here, because Goliaths just, I don't know how effective it will be against mass carriers. And a big attack going down the middle, going down the bottom lane here. I think Free might be able to kill all the tanks now with the help of these carriers, because the Goliaths are being distracted, and wow, a lot of tanks going down here. More tanks coming in from behind. Goliath's still in the front though, and wow, looks like the Dragoons are going to be able to prevail once again, just whittling down C's army here. And it looks like C just desperately trying to hold on to here. Looks like his tanks are going to get taken out though. More Goliaths coming up though, so we can't be sure here. And the Goliaths are Charon boost upgraded, but Zealots are coming in the mix here. And I think finally this attack's going to be stopped here. And looks like Free able to take out this force here. And now C is in big trouble. The bottom lane does lead to one of his expansions. But looks like more Goliaths coming in. Wow, this battle is just so back and forth here on the bottom lane. Wow, just both players just throwing everything they have. Probably rallying pointing their units towards this lane here, because their units are just flooding in here. I bet both of the players have set them on rally. It looks like actually more probes coming down the bottom lane here, so it looks like Free's going to try to set up an expansion, I think, on the bottom, feeling like he's killed enough of C's forces to prevent C from advancing. C's down to just vultures here. Looks like the natural expansion of Free's mined out, and actually the middle expansion of Free's mined out too, so Free's actually down to pretty much one base here. The 10 o'clock position, and for C I do see more minerals as 3 expansions, so he might actually be getting more intake. It looks like Free was doing more mining early, so he's forced to set up this nexus here at this mineral only expansion at the 9 o'clock position. In any case, looks like both sides just building up here for a big attack now. If Free wins this attack, I think he's just going to win the game though, because he just has this production. He will be able to get more resources soon. But C trying to push in with a couple of vultures, they're going to get met and killed there. Yeah, just Goliaths and tanks now, which is a good combination against carriers. But if Free decides to go for more ground forces, I feel like he's going to be able to defeat this mixed army here. We're in first-person view now, and we're seeing C's first-person view. Let's see if he decides to go for a push. I think he might be going for a slow advance here. He's building from 10 factories here, and I think he actually temporarily might be more healthy in terms of resources, because now that I'm seeing that that Free doesn't have that many resources, but now carriers coming in from the side here. We'll see if he's able to deal with these carriers coming in from the side. He's building some turrets also. Now about 6 carriers out though, and here's the big attack. C getting off a first couple of shots against the carriers though. Now's the big attack. I don't think C's going to be able to hold here. There's just so many units coming down here. C desperately trying to macro up more units here. And yeah, not enough tanks to deal with this ground force. He's trying to bring more forces in here, but this Dragoon force is just polishing off all the ground forces, and the number of carriers has really reached its critical mass here. Now in Free's first-person view, looks like Free's going to take this game here. I'm calling it a little early perhaps, but Free's going to, he's going to expand again at the corner here. And C now preemptively GGing, and yeah, Free just able to just take out all the forces that C has, and finally coming back here in the series, winning the 6th game. And of course, the later games are worth a little more in terms of money. So now Free at 4, C now up 4-2, but it's going to go to the final game now, and we'll see if Free manages to catch up a little and win the final game. Free's just won $600 from this map, from this matchup, and I think his total is probably going to be something like $700. C is still ahead in the money match, I guess, if that's what you're counting. I'm not really counting it. I don't think it's that important, but of course these players are working for the living here. Their money will go to their team. It looks like, Free going over there just to chat with C, pat him on the back, and say good game. Of course, these aren't taken necessarily as seriously as some of the OSL or MSL games, but both players look like they're pretty tired actually. C just looking at the replay probably. And so I'm going to comment on the last game now. Hope you guys enjoy this and been enjoying the series so far. Thanks.